Oh, how's it going, internet? I hope everyone's okay out there. So where are we? Yeah, so yesterday I took the radiator out of the van. We've got a bit of an overheating and a pressurizing issue. If you want to know more, go check out the video. I did a little video yesterday about how to take the radiator out of my van. Today we're going to go on a little journey of discovery and a little bit of trial and error, or budget and scarper, whatever you want to prefer. Basically, I'm going to try and flush out my radiator, or should I say, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to check my radiator, see if it's got any blockages. I've done a bit of reading up on this and a bit of YouTubing and checked a few other sites out on different vehicles. It is something that is possible, but I think we're just going to suck it and see, I suppose. I think we're just going to crack on with it and sort of cross every bridge as we come to it. The plan, or the loose plan that I've got, is to flush out the radiator if possible it's blocked, but first I need to check to see if it is blocked, or just to check to see it's working properly. So I'm not quite sure what the setup's going to be or how we're going to approach it. We shall find out shortly, but I think the plan is to boil some water, get the kettle nice and hot, pour some water into the radiator, and then just manually feel the radiator, and we should be able to feel the areas that they're getting hot and any areas that are getting cold. If we're getting cold spots, that will suggest that the water isn't getting to those areas, and thus will show us where any blockage is. That's the theory anyway. I've never done this before, and basically it's just me being a cheapskate. A new radiator is between 150 and 200 quid with the VAT. I think some of them even more expensive than that. So if at all possible, I'm hoping this solves any issues and saves me a couple £100. Some people have used unblockers and drainage unblockers, but I'm going to have to do some reading up and double check what type of unblocker we can use. We don't want to corrode any seals or corrode anything that's inside the radiator and make it even worse than it is, or completely destroy it. So yeah, just going to take it easy, tread carefully, and hopefully fix the radiator issue. So without further ado, let's go check it out and see what we can do. Now you can hear it going in. It's a bit cold on this top corner here, or cooler. It's definitely getting in there, and definitely getting in there. Frustratingly, the radiator actually seems like it's okay. I poured boiling water into it and felt all across the surface, all across the fins, and the heat's pretty much even throughout. Even as I've poured it, tipped it upside down to pour it back out and taken the water out, the water's obviously not as clean as it was when it went in, but it doesn't look like there's too much sediment in it, and also it's not like really thick and gunky, but I mean it's pretty much even, the heat throughout of it. And when I turned it upside down, where the bottom was getting hot before, because obviously all the hot water, the gravity would have took it to the bottom, when I turned it the other way around, then the top, the opposite, the bottom again got, so when I turned it around again upside down, the bottom got hot again. And so that kind of shows that it seems to be flowing throughout the radiator. So I'm just thinking if it's just worth connecting up some hose and just running like a gentle pressure through it and just giving it a bit of a clean out anyway. Can't do it any harm to give it a bit of a flush. You'll notice that I actually used a clean bucket to catch the water that had been flushed through the radiator. This is just so I could check any of the sediment and any of the gunk that had come out of the radiator and get a good idea of just how much crap was in there. But you'll notice that once it had all flushed through and we'd emptied the bucket, there wasn't a lot in the bottom, which is a good sign, shows the radiator was in pretty decent condition. And just to be super anal, I flushed the radiator backwards as well, just to be on the safe side. Right, so there you go then, guys. It would seem that the radiator is fine. As you can see, I flushed it all out, run cold water through it. There was no need to put any drain cleaner anywhere because it was fine. Obviously, after I put all that boiling water through it, it was hot all over, really even. There was no cold spots on it, so that gives no indication that the radiator is blocked. So frustratingly, the radiator's fine, which means I've got to go back to the drawing board with regards to what's causing my little overheating issue. As if you've seen the previous video taking the radiator out, I've checked everything else. We replaced thermostat housing, the header tank radiator pressure cap, a bunch of hoses in the engine. There's no smoke coming out of the exhaust, and no smoke whatsoever or steam. There's no oil loss. There appears to be no water in the oil, so we don't think it's a head gasket issue. So I'm still thinking there must be a blockage somewhere, so I'm gonna have to go through the hoses, just check everything on the van and see if I can find the blockage. But yeah, hopefully that gives you an idea of how to flush the radiator. I'm not sure if it's the best way or the proper way, but it certainly seems to be a pretty effective way. I just used a hose. I was going to set up a bit of a rig and use some Jubilee clips to make a better fit, but the hose seemed to work just fine as it was. I think on some of the video you can probably see there was a little bit of sediment in the bottom of the bucket, but it wasn't a huge amount, you know. I think if there was a real bad issue with that radiator, we'd have seen a lot of crap come out of it. But truth be told, there wasn't that much crap coming out of it, which for what I assume to be a 30-year-old radiator is pretty impressive. So anyway, yeah, I shall continue. If you found the video useful, please like and subscribe to the channel. Go on Facebook, find the North Warwickshire All Dubs Club page and join us. If you're quite local, if you are in the Midlands, pop along to one of our meets or come see us at one of the shows. There's plenty of us. We're quite a pretty decent sized club now. And I shall keep you all updated with how I get on. I'm sure the next video will be trying to figure out what's causing this overheating issue. So until next time, guys, see you around. Take care. Bye.